shit. Right, I'm Shawnee Spillane.
And yet again, I'm Kevin O'Donoghue.
And this is Segue. We have, this is how we introduce.
This is how we do this thing.
Okay. Right, this is yet again O'Donoghue who would like to say something to the audiences of Segue, seeing as we couldn't make a video last week.
Hello. Last week's episode was cancelled, and you're probably wondering who was responsible for this. Well, it's me.
But even though they did see you say sorry on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about this, and I promise it won't happen again. Well, I can't promise, but I hope it won't happen again.
You fucking better hope it all.
Yeah, I'd like to apologise to my fellow crew members, and to you.
You're an extra.
What do you mean? You're a guest on the show. This is our show.
Jeez, they love putting me down, you see. But
I hear him now.
Yeah.
He won't. So I'd like to apologise to you, the viewer, and to these
any of the gay community.
Yeah.
Of which he insulted.
And any of the paedophile community.
In his defence, he was in an inebriated state.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And also in his defence, Shawnee lads got him in that state.
Yeah, we'll probably show the video next week actually of that. So because we pretty much only had about 2 minutes we could use, so it was well, I'll leave it as a surprise basically how we got him back.
Yeah.
So apologies to the gay community and the paedophile community.
Why are you apologising to the paedophile community?
Jesus Christ.
Take that back. Take it back.
Take it back.
That was a joke. Okay.
Take it back.
That was a joke, audience. I take that back.
Right, and he will not be talking for the rest of the episode.
Look, anyway,
that was a joke.
Moving swiftly on. Tony, shut up.
Moving swiftly on. Later on, this week we have music by Nagasaki
Suntans.
Yeah, another local band. Well, they're two-piece, but
two-piece bass and vocals.
Bass vocals are a bit mental.
Yeah, kind of how to describe them? Kind of Morrissey meets
System of a Down.
Yeah, it's pretty much pretty much it. Morrissey meets System of a Down.
Yeah.
But the lyrics are.
But yeah,
I won't say much, but the lyrics are.
Well, I'll put it as right because the first time I heard them, I was there. Oh, what the hell is this? I was out and back in the smoking area when I heard them first play. But the next time I heard them play, listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignore the whole mental aspect of the songs.
The mental aspect.
But if you actually listen to the lyrics, the lyrics are very. It's Kev Hennessy and Keith Murray are the members of the band.
Yeah.
And they both write the music together, but it's obvious Kev writes the lyrics.
Yeah, if you
know. The lyrics are, in credit to him, very, very, very good.
Yeah, so we'll be hearing more from them at the end of the show. Right, I suppose we'll get started by myself and Kevin. I suppose in the last 2 months?
2 3 months.
2 3 months. Oh yeah, gee, well it's been longer than that.
Well, it's been longer because I've been in London. I've only started doing it since I got back.
That we recently joined Airsofting.
Now, for any of you who don't know what that is, it's essentially paintballing, but with BB guns.
Yeah.
It's the same principle, same game types. It's just different types of weaponry that we use.
Pellet guns.
Pellet guns.
Yeah. It's actually, to be honest, I think it's great.
Yeah. And it's very fast growing in Ireland at the moment. There's several sites around the country. There's 2 in Cork alone.
Yeah, pretty much me and most of the lads, Kevin included, we all kind of got our own guns and stuff. That's one thing I would say about it. It's so easy to fucking spend money on it.
That's the thing. It is actually I say between all of us, but there's normally 6 of us that go up to it.
Yeah.
I say between the 6 of us, we've nearly spent. Easily 15,000.
Oh yeah.
If not more, on just on our own kit. I had a lot of it before.
You did.
Because I used to go to another site below in Ballyvorney, an outdoor site, and so I had a lot of the kit myself. But I still had to buy a couple of new bits and pieces when I got back.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on my own, and I probably the least amount of kit.
Yeah.
I'll get my guns fully kitted out, but I don't have a secondary weapon or anything. I don't have armour. I don't bother with my armour. I know I've still spent about €300.
Yeah, because I worked it out now because I bought a lot of kit for when I was at the other side, and I bought kit now since, and I worked it out that in the space of a year I spent over €1,200 on
Yeah.
kit and weapons alone. Like,
So yeah, I mean, if anyone's thinking of joining airsofting or anything, it's well worth it, but it's highly addictive, and it not necessarily a hole in your pocket, but if you are well into
it's
it
like
and actually want to save money, because it's a lot cheaper to have your own kit with you. I mean,
because the site we go to now, it's €25 if you got your own gear, which is fairly reasonable.
that's very reasonable to us.
And you get what, 4 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
But it is 40 if you don't have gear, because they have to rent the weapons out to you.
You have to rent weapons and a face mask. The face mask, oh Jesus, I can't stress how important it
Yeah.
actually is.
Because even with the amount of gear that, like say myself now and one of the other lads, we wear an unreal amount of gear. Yes, when you get hit, it still bloody hurts.
It still bloody hurts, yeah. What was I going to say? Oh shit, what was I going to say? About airsofting. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that way you kind of like, yeah, when you have your own kit and stuff, you do save a lot more. It's a lot better than paintballing.
Yeah.
Paintballing, nearly everyone I know has an issue with it, that you can be shooting at someone, the paintballs fly everywhere. They're so affected by wind, and BBs or pellets, they fly a lot faster.
Well, it's also the fact that paintball is just fucking bloody messy.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it is, but it's more expensive as well, because you fly through the paintballs. You can't bring your own paintballs.
I spent 50. I did that one time with Supermax. We went on a trip, and we spent. Yeah, probably shouldn't mention the brand name, but
It doesn't
matter.
But I ended up spending €50 replacing or getting reloaded.
paintballs.
I think I spent more than anyone else that time.
That is
time, you know.
€50, to be honest. That's even.
That was crazy. I was losing the plot.
But like,
Yeah.
but even then, that's actually not a lot to be spending. Because like, let's say our crowd now, we're big into our like gaming and stuff like that. But, you know, a couple of the lads have went up before, and they spend well over €100 just reloading.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. You can't exactly be picking back up your pellets. Never pick back up your pellets.
Never reuse pellets, because they can crack and they can jam your weapons, and when that happens, you're bollocksed.
Yeah, you are bollocksed. But yeah, I mean, Jesus, a bag of pellets, that'll last you 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, I bought a bag now the other night. It was €13 for 1,000 pellets. I say if I used a couple of hundred of them, if that, I maybe reloaded once the entire night.
Yeah. I mean, in a single game, you'll very rarely use a whole clip. So I mean, yeah, it's much better than paintballing in probably every aspect.
Well, the main aspect for me, or for anyone who'd be a first
person shooter.
Thank you. Yeah, and who like to say customizing their classes and all that.
Oh yeah.
You can't do that with paintball. Everyone's given the same type of weapon, whereas with airsoft, you can customize. You can get weapons, customize them to your own specs, but there is limits to what you can do, because now I know the speed laws for weapons are different in here, in States and the UK. Japan, who don't have a speed limit, basically.
They have the highest one. I'm not sure what it is.
I think it's about 500 feet a second.
They go around in metal suits.
Yeah.
It's actually scary what they do, to be honest. But they came up with the sport, like, so. But yeah, I mean, like, regardless of the speed laws on feet per second or anything,
I suppose, just so you don't get caught by the guards. And the thing is, it's not illegal. This is all pure. This is a recognised sport around the world. But due to like the different licensing laws, the licensing law here at the moment is if a weapon fires 328 feet a second or less, it's a toy. You don't need a license. After that, you need to get a license, and a lot of guard stations won't give you a license for a lot of these weapons.
Yeah. Plus, anyway, you can't even use them.
So
you can't bring them. For the most part, you can't bring them up to these.
Yeah, if you alter it, you're not allowed to use it.
And what criteria would you need to meet to get this license?
Or you can walk into it. Like there's a couple of these shops in Cork City. There's a few in Dublin. There's ones in Galway and whatever. You can just walk in. No, you have to be over 18 to buy them in the first place. But you can just walk in, buy one,
And they have to assume you have the necessary license or whatever.
Oh, no, you don't need a license.
You don't need a license to buy it.
Because by right, if they're selling them, they should check them to make sure that they're on within the speed limit.
Yeah.
Now, always double check these things when you're buying them, because they aren't. It's like we said, a lot of it comes in from Japan, and are not necessarily catered for Irish law. So
yeah.
Because I know one or two lads who have bought weapons and they've been over the limit, and they're sitting at home gathering dust because they can't use them. They're not allowed to use them.
Not allowed to use them.
So, like I said, double check them when you're buying. Make sure that, and most shops will let you
speed test them.
Use the chronograph to speed test them. So if you're in a shop, ask them to do it, to double check it. Otherwise, your guards, well, the guards won't necessarily come in, but you're going to spend a couple of $100 on a weapon and you can't use it.
They'll probably try and pull a fast one.
Be careful of that
They'll
fucking
probably try and pull a fast one as well. The
shops,
But hey, say now you buy your gun and whatever, it's too fast, whatever. So you bring that up to the centre.
Yeah.
Or the side.
Well, usually what they do, especially if you're new, like if you're going there, like as long as they don't bother.
All our weapons have been tested above there anyway.
Yeah. But if you're new up there, bring your own weapon. They'll want to speed test it, and if it's going too fast, they'll go. You can't use that.
Put it back in the dressing room.
Yeah. Actually, to showcase what kind of damage you can do, is a friend of ours has a grenade launcher, M203 grenade launcher attached to his M4A1, and myself and Kev made a very stupid
decision one night after a few pints.
We were very drunk, and I actually will take nearly full of like 90% responsibility for this.
Yeah, it was your idea in the first place.
It was my idea, but we shook on it.
Yeah.
And
we had witnesses as well, so we couldn't back out.
Yeah. Well, myself and Kevin on Friday got shot by the grenade launcher at a fair range though.
Fair range, yeah.
So yeah, here's the video. Check it out.
Spanos doing stupid stuff.
Right, this is for Segue. Oh
God! Fuck! Here!
Oh, too bad. One fucking copy.
Fuck off, guys. Go at the next one. Fuck off. I can't be game with this thing at all. 5, 4, 2. You got me right to the testicle.
Walk it off, man. Walk it off.
Oh, me balls.
Right. That was for Segue, and not again.
If they're gonna be eaten.
So yeah, so as you saw, not the best idea we've ever had.
No, kind of fairly stupid to be honest, but
yeah.
I don't know. It was fucking.
Yeah. Shawnee almost lost righty.
I almost lost righty. Yeah. He's pulling through. Okay, another thing that was last.
It was 2 Saturdays ago.
2 Saturdays ago. What the fuck are you doing? two Saturdays ago, there was a
local crowd called the Lions Club. And young farmers, something is the Macra.
The Macra Farmer. Yeah, you were part of them for a while, weren't you?
I went to one thing for the laugh, but there was nothing.
Oh, yeah.
There was actually nothing on.
But they've started this annual thing. Well, it's only the second year of it now. So we're doing soapbox racing.
Yeah, no, that would. It was, I suppose.
Well, it's always been around, but it's only the second year it's been done.
Macra Farmer who look after that, is it?
It is, yeah. It's they organise it.
Yeah,
they're
good.
They organise it
for young people to get them.
They organise it along with the Lions Club, like.
Yeah.
So we give a thumbs up to Macra Farmer for.
Yeah, he does anyway. Yeah. No, fair play.
No, first they put a lot of effort in to pull it off and.
Put a lot of effort, yeah. I know. I suppose soapboxing is really. It kind of was the American thing to do.
Yeah.
It's completely like the Little Rascals.
Yeah.
But actually, it's only been on the last 2 years.
This is the second year of it, yeah.
Second year of it. But definitely next year we're going to make it our own.
Yeah, we're going to make it. We're not going to give any away details because we don't want any of you robbing our ideas.
Yeah, actually we have a few good ideas now at the moment.
So we'll be representing Segue in the Soapbox next year.
Yeah, sponsored by but Kevin was out there 2 Saturdays ago now, and he filmed some of the footage from there. So we have actually, basically some of the locals who made the run. And
should say that the last bit, not for the faint-hearted.
Not for the faint-hearted, lad.
No.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed that anyway.